Hey, welcome to Playing for Keeps, the show where we take a deep dive into emotional intelligence, sex, love, adult attachment theory, mental health, therapy, and everything in between that creates great relationships. Your host, DJ, is a certified life coach and emotional intelligence practitioner. She's here to be of service to all the listeners interested in love and relationship. Now, here's your host, DJ.
Hey everybody, it's your girl DJ with Playing for Keeps podcast, and today I have a special guest for Dating Chronicles. I have Billy the Goat. He is here to give his dating story today. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. How's your week going? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. It's Monday, so now going back to work. I'm like, it's a long week ahead. So
right.
That's how I feel. My boss was like, yeah, we gotta have this done by the end of the week. And I'm like, damn, it's only Monday.
Right. That's exactly how I feel. I'm in HR with all the paperwork and shit. It's terrible. So
I violate a lot of HR laws. So
it's not the move, man. So I'm already tired, and it's Monday. Yes. So you are here for Dating Chronicles. Tell us your story.
All right. So I gotta give my disclaimer of please don't judge me. Please don't judge. I learned from this. So
cool. I had to learn from mine too. I told everybody don't judge me either because I gave mine and it was bad. I might share mine too, just to, you know what I'm saying.
Every time I'm like, no, I have to share the story, and then when I'm here that I share the story, I'm like, why the hell did I share it? Like, I would judge me if I heard this story. But it's juicy.
All right, I'm ready. We ready.
I love it. We ready. All right, so boom. I'm gonna call him Chris.
Okay.
So I met Chris at work, and he was like a vibe or everything. He was cute. He had like he was Latino, so I was into Spanish guys. So I'm like, yes, like he's fine. Every time he came, I would flirt with him, right?
Okay.
So me being me, I was like, you know what? Like, let me ask him out on a date. So I remember our first date was the Tamar Braxton concert.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know, that's why I feel for my girl right now. I know she's going through a lot, but I love me from Tamar.
Yeah.
Right? So we go to the Tamar Braxton concert. From there, we just start texting. We would start being cool. We would go on lunch together, you know?
Yeah.
So from there, everything was cool. Now his birthday was coming. He's an Aries.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, don't get me started on. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Ugh. Okay,
and I'm an emotional Virgo, so emotional, toxic, crazy Virgo.
Oh my God.
So we're everything's going cool. His birthday is coming, so I was like, hey, let's go to Vegas. My treat. So I'm taking him to Vegas or whatever, and I end up getting sick. And I didn't know what was wrong with me, but coming to find out my appendix burst. So I had to stay in the hospital for a week because it burst for some days. The toxins were in my body.
Thank God you're still here. I know somebody who died from that.
Thank God.
Right. Oh my God. Okay.
So from there, his birthday was like the next week, but I was in the hospital for a week. So he never came to see me in the hospital, never called me. So my friend was like, so when I FaceTime him, I'm like, yo, like I never saw you when I was in the hospital. I'm out the hospital now. He was like, yeah, but when I FaceTime you, I didn't want to see the tubes in your throat. It was just like make me emotional. So me being a Virgo, I got emotional. I was like, I understand.
Oh, I got a little brother who's an Aries, and he went through that exact same situation. He was dating this girl, and she hurt herself while they were out on a date, and she hurt her leg. And he couldn't see her like at the hospital in pain and stuff, but she took it totally left, and which she kind of should have did because he's really inconsiderate. Like, I don't mean to put Aries down, but they something else. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with your story.
I think it's like 4 of them, and I don't understand, but now I say I'm done with them.
Yo, I've dated 2, and then like I said, my little brother is an Aries, and the way that they think, like they can be so self-absorbed, and it's like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like,
not bad until you had a Taurus.
I dated one briefly, but that ended really quick. I'm a Sagittarius, so that ended for me kind of quick. I'm a fire sign too, but I'm like, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I don't
Something
know.
about them is toxic. Something about them. Like, I love them, but a Taurus, too much for my mental health.
Really? As a Virgo? I think, are you think because you two maybe clash a lot? Like,
Class, I'm very submissive in that situation,
mm,
but it's, I gotta deal with treating you like a king, and they know
oh
everything, and
no.
everything is their logical way, and nah, not this one.
Okay,
Like,
got you.
you know what? Let me stop, because I be fronting like I'm done, but I'll be on some. I miss you.
And sometimes it be like that though, but when you tired, I bet though.
I'm tired right now.
Right. So, I think that's with everybody, especially when you really care for somebody. It be like that sometimes where it take a one or two or maybe three times, but when you done, you done.
I'm done.
Right. So no, don't beat yourself up too bad. I think that's everybody when they care about somebody. So no, don't say that.
So yeah, so I'm in the hospital. He didn't come, so I called.
Okay.
My job told me to stay out. The hospital told me to stay out of work for like 3 or 4 weeks. So now if they telling me I can't go to work in 3 or 4 weeks, I got staples in my body,
Oof.
right?
Yeah.
He's like, so we're not going to Vegas? No, bro. Like,
A classic. Let me stop because I know his Aries is probably gonna be listening. Like really, DJ. Like really, and just go ahead. The classic answer.
we're not going there. We're not. So you know how the airlines text your phone and say, "Hey, your flight's about to take off."
Mm-hmm.
He has the nerve to text me and say, "Oh, look." He sends me a screenshot. Look, our plane is leaving and I'm not on it. How much fun? How fun is that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, boom. But you know what? I ate it. Whatever. So now by the time I'm going back to work, I'm like, you know what? Let's make it up. I'll take you to Miami, right?
Oh my God, you sound like the perfect boyfriend. Keep going.
I think I am too, but I think I'm like I believe in, treating them like your significant other, like just appreciate them and y'all grow
Right.
together and you sit on top of the empire together and hustle together and, you cater to them.
Right.
I'm not gonna be your doja, but I feel like you take the extra steps. I'm old fashioned with my love.
I'm the same way, but as a woman, so that kind of bites me in the ass. But I'm the same way.
And then it's like they start playing with you. Then so now you come off like you're crazy and dramatic, and it's like
Right, because they done took advantage of the situation. And it's like, yo, you got me effed up, like for real. Right.
A good girlfriend of mine, Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter, said, "What's worse, looking jealous or crazy?" I'd rather be crazy because you're not gonna have me in these streets looking crazy.
Right.
But so yeah, so now we're going to Miami. So the flights, let's say the flight's taking off at 3:00. We meet up at 12. I live right next to the airport. I'm like, boom, let's go to the nail salon and get our nails and feet done real quick. So we sitting down and where they're doing our feet, sitting down, and I turn to him, and I look at him, and it just so happened this mother effer had a hickey on his neck. But you know what? Let's rewind.
Yeah, let me ask. Guess I'm gonna ask you a question, but go ahead, rewind.
Rewind. So now I remember texting him when I'm having a huge session with Beyonce. So remember, this is around April. This is when she dropped Homecoming.
Okay.
So she dropped Homecoming, and he takes a picture and is like, "Oh, look, I'm watching Beyonce." And I'm like, all right, that's lit. Like, that's cool. But when you zoom in, there's an extra Beyonce dancer on the stage, and there's somebody in the bed with him, and you can see the person in the bed in the reflection of the TV.
Oh, Lord.
I know. So now, fast forward.
Okay, fast forward. Let me ask you a question. So fast forward. Did y'all establish y'all were together, or were y'all just in the talking phases?
We were still talking dating phases.
Okay.
But
okay.
It's like, me, I'm the kind of person, if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. I could talk to 50 million people, but I don't want to do that because I want to give you my attention. I want to give you my all, and I respect someone would do the same for me.
I was going to say something real smart about Aries, but we're going to keep going. Let's keep going.
So we go to, so now I'm like, yo, you did have a hickey on your neck? Like, what's up with that? He was like, yo, I'll try to hide it. I'm like, hide it? We're about to get on the plane. How the hell are you going to hide it?
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? Let me just not even let this affect my trip. But you got me. You got me. Okay? Effed up.
Right.
Okay?
All the way.
All the way. So we get on the plane, and as soon as he takes off, he's like, so we going on this trip as friends, right? What? I'm in the air. If you had said that in the nail salon, we would have missed this plane too, just like we missed Vegas.
Right.
All right. So stupid me, get to Miami.
You're
Plane
not stupid.
lands.
Go ahead.
Plane lands, whatever. So now we're going to the hotel room. I left my money and everything in there, but I'm like, you know what? Because if I'm the kind of person that if I take all my money with me, I'm going to spend it. So I'm like, all right, you got the money. Boom. So we're outside. He said, let's go to a gay club. I don't really do gay clubs. Like,
okay.
My friends question if I'm really gay. They're like, what's going on with you? So I'm in a gay club, like, what is going on? Like, what is this? Right? So I go to the gay club, and a guy buys him a drink. So he was like, do you mind, like, if I drink it? Like, are you going to be mad? I'm like, no, but if he poisons you, he's poisoning you. I don't care, you know? Like, but, like, my best friend was saying, where's my drink?
Right.
So we together, where's my drink? So the guy buys him a drink and walks off. He was like, oh, we have to find a guy. So I'm like, for what? He was like, to say thank you. I'm like, we don't have to say thank you, but okay. At this point, I'm over you. You had the Nick Hickey. You had the Beyonce extra backup dancer.
Right.
And now you want to go say thank you to this guy. Okay, I see how this ship is going to go. So as we're walking out the club, we just so happen to bump into the guy, right? The guy just so happened to be from New York, too. So now I'm like, oh.
Wow.
Like, come on, New York. And I live in Queens. He lived in the Bronx. And the guy lived in the Bronx. So how fucking convenient.
Right.
You know?
Oh, snap.
How convenient. So they exchange, like, social information or whatever. So I'm like, bro, you have me fucked up. But I'm not the kind of person that's going to make a scene in public.
Right.
Behind these doors, I got you. So we go in. So now I'm like, you know what? I'm just ready to go. He's like, there's another club across the street. I just want to check that club out. I'm like, all right, let's go. We go in the club. The club is empty. But the only people that is there is the guy that we bumped into the last club and his friend. So now I'm like, now you playing me because you text him. He told you to come over and you brought me along. You're playing with my intelligence.
Oh, okay, keep going. Oh my God. Okay.
I'm out of here. He was like, no, don't leave me. We here together. That like we just cool. We just gotta link people while we out here. I'm like, nah, like we came here together. We came to see Ariana Grande at a concert. Like, no. So he's like, nah. Let me just go to the bathroom. We're gonna leave. So now he's in the bathroom. He's like, yo, so he's in the bathroom and the guy's talking to his friends and they're like, yeah. So you gonna go F him today? Like, you trying to fuck him today? Like, yeah. So his friend's like, yeah, go in the bathroom. So
the disrespect.
I see him going in the bathroom and I'm texting him like, yo, come out the bathroom now. And now I'm yelling at him like, yo, Chris, like, come out. So he come out, he's like, yo, what? I'm like, see, I'm not funny. Like, I'm not dumb. Stop being funny. Like, he wants to have sex with you in Miami. And you want to bring me around? Not like, no, I'm going back to the hotel room. He was like, no, but they got bottles and stuff. And
Wow.
Like, yo, I'm very independent. I don't even like someone buying me lunch at work because don't buy me lunch. Like,
right.
I have my own money because next thing you're going to say is, I bought you lunch. No, like, you're not going to do that to me. He was like, well, why spend your money when we can spend theirs? I'm like, and yeah, people want stuff out of that. Like, you know?
Yeah. Is that like, I'm going to stop saying that Aries thing because not all Aries are like that, first off. But it's like.
Selfish.
So, and users, I'm gonna tell you my story. I'll tell you my story too, because mine is with an Aries too. And that was my first dating Chronicles was with an Aries. And come to find out, he was a scammer. He's from Brooklyn too.
Damn.
New Yorkers. Ugh, I'm just playing.
My tourist right now is from Brooklyn.
Really?
So just to have in New York, like, it's 5 different boroughs, but they're really different personalities. The Bronx is different.
Really?
But Brooklyn, like, you got a little hood guy in you. Like, they
yeah.
like, you know, they talk a certain way. The Bronx everybody in New York don't talk the same.
Really?
Yeah, they don't talk.
I think I could kind of see that because some seem like when they're down here, like some people talk softer than others. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I know one lady, she's from the Bronx. She talks softer than others who are from Brooklyn. They have the same accent, but they sound a little rougher. Would that be right? In a way, or no?
So the Bronx, I would say, is Cardi B.
Okay.
They act like Cardi B.
Okay.
But if you say someone like in New York, if you're like, oh, I'm from the Bronx, if you say I live in the Bronx, your first reaction would be like, ew, like.
Really?
Like, it was dirty.
Oh, what about the other one? Before we get back to your story.
Queens, I live in Queens, so they'll be like, we think we're bougie, and
okay.
Not. I live in Jamaica, Queens, like, you know. Well, Queens, we act kind of bougie because we're next to like the suburbs and everything.
Okay.
Staten Island, no one really messes with Staten Island because they have nothing going on out there.
Okay.
Harlem, they talk like, I don't know if you watch Love and Hip Hop. They talk like Joel Santana. And,
okay.
I love a Harlem guy. They got that swag, like
okay,
swag. And then Brooklyn is just like Jay-Z.
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
So.
Got you. All right. That's a little lesson. I appreciate that.
But yeah, so now I'm leaving. I'm like, I don't got to deal with this. I'm out, right? So my phone died. So now I can't even call Uber. I refuse to stay there. So I walked 45 minutes back to the hotel. But before I complete my walk to the hotel, I'm like, you know what? We came out here together. We're going to leave together. So I turned around.
Wow, you're a good one. Because I talked to a few people who left people in other states. But go ahead.
I turned around and I just so happened to see him kiss the guy. So I'm like,
oh my God.
So now I'm not going to entertain it. So I leave him. I don't talk to him. I get to the hotel room. I get to the hotel like 2:00. And now I'm like, when he come, I'm going off. Like, I was just sitting on the hotel bed, like, waiting for him. And then when he came at 4:30, I'm like, yo, like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you dumb? Like, you know what? We don't have to be together, but at least be respectful while you're here. You feel me? If it was what it is, you should have communicated all that, right? Because I would never brought you out here. I would have never did the things I did, you know? Like, but, so now he's like, oh, stop acting like a jealous boyfriend. We're not together. Yeah, but we're... So
what is together? So does that mean we're something, right? Like...
Yeah. So now, so now he's like, oh, you're just overreacting. He was just giving us free bottles and free weed. And I said, and free kisses? Because that's not what I want. Like,
right.
So we went to sleep that day. I calmed down. And that day. And then we went to Ariana Grande the next day.
Okay.
For our concert, we had a great day. That was a great time. So now the third day out there, we chilling, and he's like, we need more weed, but my friend got weed out here. So me not putting one and one together, I'm like, all right, who you know out here though? But okay, let's get weed. I'm like, he's a butt man, right? So he's like, yo, bro, I'm on this street and this street and this street. And I'm like, you're not in New York, so who you talking to? Like, you on this street, this street, and this street. But he's like, yeah, and I want to go to a restaurant my friend told me about here. I'm like, well, what restaurant your friend told you? Who's this friend?
Right.
I was like, because it better not be who I think it is. It better not be.
Oh, Lord.
Why do I see the guy walking across in front of us?
Oh, my God.
See, this is where you got me effed up. I'm not playing with you. Like, now I'm out of here. So I'll start walking back to the hotel, looking for my flight. He's like, no, it's not like that. We're just getting weed from him. No, like, no, and no.
Not at all, sir.
Yeah. So now we're in front of Versace Mansion, arguing, making an ass of ourselves. And he's like, yo, like, just come. I'm like, no, let him leave. Like, why am I seeing him? I told you what it is. You're playing in my face at this point. You're really playing Miss Patty Cake in my face. Like, what's the joke? What's the joke, bro?
Because it ain't one. Ooh.
So now what had happened was I was so dramatic. So we go to the So we go to a different restaurant, not the one the friend recommended, but we go to a different restaurant, eat our
Okay.
food. And he was like, you know what, my job is to make sure you have a good time tonight. So we get lit, go to Fat Tuesdays, go to Wet Willie's, have a
Okay.
good time, go back to the hotel room. He was like, let's go to a club tonight. I'm like, I'm not really a club person, but I'm like, you know what, let's go, you know?
Okay.
So we go to a club. No, we didn't go to the club. Somehow an argument came up. I can't remember, so I don't want to lie to you. Somehow an argument came up.
Okay.
Argument comes up, and he's like, well, I'm out. So I'm like, all right, well, go. So me, I'm about to get in the shower, turn the shower on, and I'm listening to music. I'm listening to Beyonce. And
Okay.
I'm like over it. I don't even like Henny, but I drank a whole bottle of Henny to myself. And I fell asleep. Like, I fell asleep, fell asleep like maybe 11:30 at night. I woke up at 7 a.m. The bathroom, the whole hotel room is fogged. Like, I couldn't see nothing.
What?
Yeah, it was fogged. Shower was running. And then I turned over to the side. Homeboy was not there. So now I'm calling him. My number is blocked. My text messages aren't going through. So now Crazy activate. So now Crazy has to activate at this point because you're playing with me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait on this porch in front of the hotel and let me see him how he gonna walk in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Outside, not even 5 minutes later, God is good because God said you will not wait outside that long. 5 minutes later, here come homeboy doing the walk of shame. So I'm like, oh, see, now you got me fucked up. Like, come on, now you're not coming. Like, I don't know why I said home, but now you're not coming home. Like, word? We in Miami, and this is what you're doing now? The disrespect. Like, just don't talk to me for the rest of the trip. That's it. Don't talk to me for the rest of the trip. Don't say nothing to me. And his response was, hand in my face on some, we'll talk about it when I wake up.
Oh.
Now, me, I don't like hitting people. But at that moment, I wanted to hit him, you know? But I didn't.
Okay. That's
In my head, it was a real punch you in your face moment for me just now.
you don't put your hands in nobody's face. You already wrong. Like
yeah. So now I'm like, oh, now you're not sleeping. So I'm pulling the covers off the bed. Now he's on the shower. Nope, turn the shower off. You not getting comfortable in the place where I paid for. So now go stay where you just came from.
Facts. Oh snap.
Just go back where you came from. So I'm like, oh, you had sex with somebody? And he was like, yup. Because you're like a jealous boyfriend. I'm like, okay. So now I'm like, no, get out. So he gets out. And for some reason, I felt like, damn, he did this to me. And I'm like, I'm popping too. Why can't I have my fun? So I go on this app called Jack. It's a gay app.
Okay.
My app. And some guy was like, oh, let's link. I'm in Miami visiting. So I'm like, all right, boom, let's link. I'm walking there. I'm walking to his hotel because it wasn't that far. But as I'm getting ready to go into his actual hotel room, I can't make this up. I'm on the phone with two of my friends. They're like, one friend is like, no, you'll need to go there. 2 rooms don't make it right. What are you trying to prove? Just get the hell and come home. And the other friend was like, nigga, get your payback. Get your payback. But as soon as I get there, I'm in front of the hotel. The guy tells me, by the way, I thought I should let you know I'm HIV undetected. So I'm like, no, there's no payback. There's no payback. That was God, though. Because God know I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
wow.
Right. So now, I'm like, I have to make it seem like I got him back. So my friends, who are crazy, tells me, go to Dwayne Reed, buy a box of condoms, take 2 condoms out the box, and make it seem like you had sex with somebody.
Yo, that's how you do it for real, though, and have people questioning for real.
So that's what I did. So now, on my way walking back to the hotel room, he's calling me like, yo, where are you? And I'm like, walking back to the hotel? Why you want to know? Like, you not staying there. Why you want to know? He was like, I need you right now. I'm hungover. You're the only person I could talk to right now. What are you doing? I'm like, bro, stay where you at. Stay where you at. I don't need you. So we get to the, I get to the hotel room. There he is crying. And he was like, yo, like, I'm sorry. I need you.
That's when they want to be sorry, when they need them all. And them people they were with before wasn't stun their ass for real.
Right. What you need is an STD saying, leave me the hell alone.
Facts.
Okay? I have the condom in my pocket, and I'm trying to like slide the pop condoms out. And I'm trying to scooch on the bed so the condoms can slide out, but then I slide it out. So I adjust my pocket, and now the condoms fall out. So he's in the mid-sentence like, I'm sorry because I just want, are those condoms? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, nah, you didn't fuck nobody. I'm like, if you did, why can't I? Stop acting like a jealous boyfriend. Nah, you didn't do that to me. You're not stupid.
What?
Somebody? Bro, you literally did the same thing. Why can't I do it? I call my best friend, Twin. He was like, call Twin. Call her right now. So he takes my phone like, Siri, call Twin. Right?
Oh.
So Siri calls up, but my friend knew what time it was. But she answered, and he was like, yo, can you believe he did? And my friend clicked on him.
Oh.
Yep. Like, don't call my friend now.
Right.
Nobody, but this is how you acting. So now he's like, but let's go out and let's talk about this. There's nothing to talk about. So he basically tried to explain why he didn't have a right childhood. He wasn't raised properly.
Oh, Lord.
He didn't know how to speak to people because he wasn't raised properly and blah, blah, blah.
So he know better and he just decides not to do better.
Yeah.
It just looks even worse when after you fuck up, you decide to do that. Like,
oh, I appreciate you because you're so real. But in my head, I'm like, I have to go back to work and deal with this mother effer. Like,
so how the trip end? Oh my God.
Yes, this is your seat on the flight. This is my seat. Don't talk to me. We ain't got nothing to say. Let's go home. Home. And I was already tired of my job anyway, and I was getting ready to quit. But because I knew I was going to see him, here's my last day. Here's my 2 weeks. I'm done. And until this day, he still hits my phone up. And now he knows that I'm actually happy. And he's like, oh, so you still mess with such and such? But then I had to say, you know what? Why am I even talking to you? Block. And I'm not that kind of person. I'm generally a nice person, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a rude. I could be cool with you, but I don't respect you because you didn't respect me. But it was like, there's no point in talking to you, bro.
Facts. So let me ask you this. So now that we're talking about it, what did you learn from that? Like, what did you learn? What would you say you learned, and what would you not do again?
I definitely learned my self-worth.
Okay.
I am too good, and things that I can bring to the table, not everybody deserves. See, the thing is, right. I like to play the boyfriend role quick to let you know I am that material, And
yeah.
I want the big wedding, I want it all,
Yeah.
But then it's like, not everybody deserves it. So I came to terms with myself, especially like even in this situation, like, if you want me, earn me.
Okay.
If you want me, earn me. And, maybe that was too quick for me to take you to a Tamar Braxton concert. And then we saw Mariah Carey. And then we saw Ariana Grande. And man, then I'm paying for you to go to Miami. But I should have took the first time should have been when you didn't come see me in the hospital. Right?
Yeah.
But no matter what, I would have done the same thing for you also. The Beyonce picture. And the hickey on the neck,
Yeah.
When people start showing me their true colors, it's like I always trying to find the best in someone, but when I'm tired, I'm tired.
When you're tired, yeah, I'm the same way. So would you say too, like moving forward, it sounds like you happily in a relationship now, right? Or you dealing with somebody and it's a better
somebody. Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting tired.
Okay, let me ask you this. So would you say from the situation we talked about before with the Aries, would you say you would try to get something established first, like because you just know how you are in relationships, like that you're that dude. So would you try to make sure you have that commitment first before just giving your all as well, or you just that person that you just give? What would
I'm
you
just
say?
that person to just give, because I always go into it not thinking someone is malicious,
Yeah.
and they end up showing you their ass anyway.
Oh,
So it's like, how does this even work? Like, I don't know. It's difficult because I'm honestly won't even go in the situation of trying to hurt somebody. So I would think someone would try to do that to me.
I know I'm the same way. So me, like on my podcast, I think every other podcast I talk about, I'm a people pleaser. So I will enter into relationships and I'll be that perfect girlfriend, right? But when you try to be that perfect girlfriend or that perfect boyfriend, you totally forget that that person is also you're also looking for a suitable partner. So right. Sometimes you just, for me, I've learned you got to really take a step back and be like, okay, I know I want to be that girl, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what is this guy going to show me as well? And I always have to mentally put that in my head when dealing with somebody that just give me that spark, like, oh, I like him, you know what I'm saying? I want to show him, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm that rare person, but at the same time, I sit back a little bit now and be like, okay, let me remember that they also have to show me that too in some kind of way, because I am the ultimate people pleaser. So my dating story before we get off, the guy's from New York, he's also in Aries, and we hit it off. It was real cool. And he had his own place and stuff. He told me he had a job, stuff like that. He had his own place, but he didn't have furniture, and he had a license from New York. And mind you, we've only been talking for maybe a week, 2 weeks. And he was like, he was trying to get a rental car so he can get furniture and stuff like that, and didn't want a U-Haul or something. It was easier to just get a rental or something. So
that just caught me off guard.
me being me, I was like, okay, I got you. I got a Georgia license or whatever. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I see that you can drive. I'll let you drive my car while I was in there. I see you can drive. And I let him do that. So mind you, 2 days out, he was supposed to have the car for a week. So I think 2-3 days. So I was supposed to go hang out with him or whatever. So I go to his place and we're on the phone and we're at Walmart. And all of a sudden we're talking and the phone hangs up. Mind you, he never showed up to his apartment. And I'm sitting out there for about an hour. I'm calling him angry. So I go home, I'm pissed. But then probably another hour later, his phone number pops up on my phone, but it's the police. And it's the police like, hey, you need to come to the Walmart on such and such drive. So I go there and come to find out, they're asking me questions. I didn't know this guy's full name. To be honest with you, I didn't know a lot of things, and the police asked me questions. I'm like, I don't know. They're like, okay, clearly she doesn't know. She's just kind of an idiot. Which that's why I said, did you hear? Don't judge me, okay? Because I was like, his name's I had Rico. I had all these different names for him, but not his real name. And she's like, you need to get to know people before you just go out and do something. This guy had 5 different IDs and 5 different credit cards, and he's going to jail for fraud. Felony fraud. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I dealt with this guy for years. Just recently, I stopped dealing with him. This was back in 2017. I have so many stories behind this relationship. But that was the first major dumb boo-boo the fool moment for me in that relationship. And I have a whole bunch to follow. So when I tell you I'm the queen of people pleaser, that is me. Like, in the events that even happened after that night and the stuff that I ended up doing, I learned the hard way. Even before that,
like, I'm gonna do better the next time. But then you're just so much of a people pleaser. It's like, oh well.
I had to do the research, like, like when you was going into what the guy was talking about, his childhood and stuff like that. That's a real thing. Like, I know me, like, I have codependency issues. Codependency is like you try to be that people pleaser. You take on that role of caretaker all the time. And for me, it's due to I was a caretaker for my brothers and sisters when my parents weren't available. I was a caretaker for all of my friends. I took the responsibility of a lot of different things, and I carried it into my romantic and platonic, all of them, all of my relationships, and it would leave me drained. But I'm so used to operating in that way, I don't know nothing different. So it really takes research and sometimes talking to a professional to break out of those cycles. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking about talking to a professional.
It's helpful, even like if you want to do your own research and read those books, because when I got some stories, boy, for real. So I understand like trying to just wanting to be that person for somebody, and then normally because of I know for me, the people in my past life, I normally attract, I wouldn't say narcissists, but people who don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I have to subconsciously now, like in my common sense, I'm like, I don't have to prove shit to nobody. But subconsciously, I do in my relationships. I want to prove I'm worthy. Because when I get with people where it's easy, it's so boring to me. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not enough drama. And that's a problem. So that's something I'm working on. I don't know if you have those same issues, but I'm working on that for myself. So
nothing with this one right now is like awesome. We laugh. It's better than the last situation. We laugh. We have a great time, but it's a mama's boy. So I can't go against your mama.
Well, that might be something that could be gentle conversation if it's a mama. Well, it depends on what you, and also it depends on what a person can tolerate too, right? Because I honestly believe that there should be all types of people in the world, but at the same time, you can't be so drained in your situation where it's if that situation is draining you, then I'm not gonna advise you to stay.
Yeah, and awesome. Your mama spoiled you, and I can't raise you to be. And it's an age difference.
Okay.
21, 28.
Okay. See, so that's another thing too. He got some milk around his mouth.
Yeah,
probably.
But his mentally, I feel like he's my age sometimes.
Yeah.
But then it's like, ooh, child, no, you're not. You're not. You don't understand what it is to be an adult. I can't quit my job when I want to quit my job like you could do, and know my mother could still take care of me. No.
Yeah. Probably definitely not in New York either.
No.
Is it like as high as they say it is up there?
All right, how much is a 1-bedroom where you at?
I'm in the country, so I'm in Covington, so that's maybe like the lowest now is like maybe 8, maybe 7, late 700s, 800s.
I'm moving with you.
Come on, Bo.
I am 1-bedroom paying $1,700.
Oh my God, no.
$1,700. A studio is like $1,200.
No.
Yeah.
I wanted to move to New York so bad too, but that's I don't know now. Even with money, I don't know.
That's how you gotta move in with somebody. A lot of people in New York live with roommates and live with family.
Yeah.
Me, I need to break away from my family. I love New York. I love it. It's just expensive. I remember going to Florida and getting a Chipotle bowl for like $6. And I'm like, no, I had this, and this, and this. So she wanted me up a veggie bowl. She was like, no, steak bowl. My Chipotle here is $13.
No.
Yeah, for a bowl. That's with no guap.
What?
Yeah.
I can't even go visit, man.
Yeah. When people say I gotta get my money together, I'm like, wow, just come out here. But I understand Chipotle.
Georgia is cheap. Georgia's cheaper than Florida.
Wage is like more. We get paid, minimum wage is $15.
Really? Yeah. But $15 an hour still doesn't equate to $1,700 a month in rent. $15 an hour is still a struggle with $800 a month, to be honest with you, and you trying to live and do what you want to do. Wow, that's tough. I'm praying for y'all in New York, man. Now, I know you got your own stuff going on. You got your own podcast. Tell the audience about your podcast. Tell them where they can find you, all that good stuff.
So our podcast is called the 25 and Over Club. And, let's just be real. After 25, life hits differently. Whether your knees is going out, your back is hurting, your relationship, your relationships, your mental health.
Right.
Under anxiety. We actually had a really good mental health episode, which helped change me a little bit. So it's just a show to where we talk about pop culture, but also talk about things and share our experience to say, like, listen, we're all going through this, and we're hitting 30, and everybody has that idea in their head that hitting 30, you have to be
together.
And that's why I be trying to tell my 21-year-old, you should be lucky to see 28 because you don't have it all together.
That's a fact.
You don't have it all together. And we think we're supposed to be married with kids by 30, and that's not the case. So it's just a clubhouse to where people could feel comfortable to share their stories, their experience, relate to us, and hopefully inspire us.
Awesome.
You should come by one day.
Yeah, y'all invite me. Yes, you guys share the podcast with everybody and see if they like my personality. I'll be glad to come. I turned 30 at the end of the year, so I made it. Yeah, I turned 30. I'm 29.
You looking younger than that.
Oh, thank you.
I'm looking like, can she be in the 25 and over?
Yes, I am. I'm in.
Yeah, you in, but come by. Like, check us out. We are so crazy on that show. I don't know when this episode drops, but we have a great episode coming up. Beyonce's backup dancer coming on the show.
What?
Yes. So I'm so excited.
That is dope. You're gonna have to send me the links to those shows so I can put it in the show notes. Yeah, send me that so I can put those in the show notes. And do y'all have an Instagram page? Do y'all have a Facebook page?
Follow us at 25 and over right now. 25 and over club on Instagram. We have a Facebook group and 25 and over club. We also put our videos on Instagram at 25 and over club. Okay. We haven't did it in 3 weeks, but it's coming back this week on and I'm just excited. I love doing it. It's a lot of work, but I love doing it because I get to listen to it, and I'm like, yeah, I could do that differently, or I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
So this right now, listen to us on Amazon, Apple, Google. We're trying to get our stuff back on Spotify and iHeart. Unfortunately, we had to, Destiny Child 2 people and send them their luggage.
Oh, wow.
As well. So
that happens sometimes.
It happens, but I love it. It's just
that's what's up. Thank you so much, Billy the Goat, for coming on. I appreciate you.
Can't wait to see you in hours soon.
Yes. And I want to thank all the listeners for tuning in today. Y'all have a good one for now.
Thank you for tuning in to today's show. If you liked this podcast, please download and subscribe. If there's anything you would like to talk about in regards to relationships, or would like to be a guest on the show to speak on relationships or get advice, you can always connect via social media at Playing for Keeps or email DJ at info@p4kdating.com. Thank you for tuning in, and bye for now.